What's up guys, and welcome back to Move Plus. I hope you're all keeping well out there. We're gonna start things off with 1 minute of cardio of your choice. What we're gonna do today is a very, very light plate grounder overhead. So Em's just got a 10-pound plate and working from floor up to lockout there. We do that for the first minute. Then for the next 4 minutes, what we're gonna do is rotate as many rounds as we can of 20 jumping jacks. So that looks like that, into 10 air squats. Okay, and then we're moving into 5 burpees. So coming down all the way chest to ground and then back up again. And that will go for those remaining 4 minutes. Em, you good to go? All right, so we're starting in 10, and we have that 1 minute of cardio of your choice up first. You guys can pick what you want to do there. If you want to do the same as us, I suggest going light so you can keep it moving the whole time. All right, let's go for it. So if you are doing this movement, guys, key things you're going to think about is the stance needs to be outside of shoulder width. So we need to be wide enough to be able to get the plate between the shins. Knees are going to kind of bend and push outwards rather than forwards. So we're always kind of thinking about hinging and pushing back onto those hamstrings. And that's going to lead into that hinge pattern. We want to see the back nice and straight. So we want the movement to happen at the hip socket, not at the spine. And then from there, we basically create a little bit of momentum. We roll up into that lockout, make sure that the head just slightly pokes through at the top and get those elbows locked out. So as I said, go light, go so light that you don't have to put it down for the entire minute. So it's more about just having something to hold on to and something to move with rather than it being a heavy loaded feel. So we're gonna go about 10 more seconds. Remember, the next 4 minutes, we go 20 jumping jacks, 10 air squats, 5 burpees on repeat. And we are going in 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So jumping jacks up first for 20. So feet are jumping in and out with this one, guys. Doesn't have to be an extremely high jump, but we just want to have it nice and quick, nice and light and bouncy on the balls of the feet. And arms are going to go from thighs or hips up to overhead. And just trying to stay in rhythm, arms and legs working together. Once we finish that, we go to 10 air squats. So we take it out to a shoulder width stance. Posture up nice and tall, and we're sinking down to that nice deep squat position. This can be a good opportunity, guys, if you are newer to training or maybe your mobility is a little bit stiff. Slow this part down and really try and flirt with a deeper depth of the squat. We ideally want to see the hips go below the height of the knee. So as I said, if you're new to this, maybe use a squat marker and try to lower it down every round that you come back to it. Now we're moving through 5 burpees, guys, so pretty simple movement. We're just getting down chest to ground and then popping up to a jump and a clap at the top there. Ultimately, we want to be able to have this kind of jump version that Emma's doing, but you can also step in and out of it if you need to. And once we've done our 5, we're going to circle back around to those jumping jacks. So as these rounds go by, because we should be able to get to a couple of them at least in these 4 minutes, try to accelerate the speed as you see fit. If you still feel like you're kind of still getting the joints moving, getting the muscles fired up, stay at whatever speed is comfortable. But if you're feeling like, yep, this is feeling pretty good now, it feels almost borderline easy, start to bring the speed, get that heart rate up nice and high. It's always good to kind of rev the accelerator a little bit before we get to the harder stuff, that build and that move workout and that finisher at the end. If we can kind of spike the heart rate a little bit, get everything ready to go, we won't feel like we're still warming up halfway through the build workout. So we've got about 2 more minutes. You can see Em's got her feet nice and flat on the ground there. She's not tipping up to the toes, which is quite common if you've got quite stiff ankles or stiff hips. And we can see that she's keeping her legs behind her arms, right? She's not tucking her knees through the middle and going really small and tucked up. She's actually kind of hinging the hips, reaching for the ground, and then as she comes up, she's going to pop those hips up nice and high. Okay, last 90 seconds. We might be able to get 1 more round out. So we can see she's kind of upped that speed a little bit there, cranking it up. Nice, and into the 10 air squats. So we want to have the knees track with the toes, guys. So wherever your feet point, your knees are going to point that way as well. And we especially want to watch that they don't fall inwards of that line. If you exaggerate and they point just slightly outside, that's okay. That's probably even better. That's going to wind up a lot more torque through the hips there. But ultimately, we want to fight any urge to kind of collapse inwards, which is usually what happens when we get tired or we lose concentration. Okay, 45 more seconds. Nice work, I'm almost there. We've got 30 seconds left. Okay, 10 seconds. Get a couple of these air squats. Remember, feel free to take these slow if you want, guys. Spend a little bit of time in the bottom loosening up those hips. And time. All right, that's the warm-up done, guys.